Put on my gloves because things are going to get a little bit hot. I'll take my chances. I'll put them on later if need be. I've got this on. I haven't put any force on it yet. It's just in place. I've got a pilot bushing and a bushing to center it. And then, so I'm going to try and put a little bit of heat just on this inner race. I don't want to get it too hot because I don't want to temper the steel. So, yeah, we'll see how this works. No, that is not doing anything. Okay, that'll do, I think. Now, I've had a little bit of unexpected success. I'm getting this bearing off, and I was just about ready to take it in, put it in the freezer, and just for the heck of it, I took a wood chisel and I put it down in there and right in between the inner race and the hub, and I hammered on that, and it budged. It moved the bearing a little bit. So, I mean, I could only go so far with it until I would be hammering into the shaft, the stub, whatever you call it. Anyway, so I nudged it out a little bit with this. Then I was able to get in with a small metal chisel. And then I got in with my big metal chisel. And once I got as far as I could with that, since then, I've just been whacking it this way with a big chisel. So I'm not hammering into the shaft, and it's working. It's popping it off. Oops, I'm dropping everything. And it's only hammering against the inner race, so it's working. The bearing should be usable afterwards. there it is. And yeah, I buggered up that shim a little bit, but you know what? I think I can probably just hammer that flat. So now I gotta move the shims around. And unfortunately, because I didn't take an accurate measurement of how much backlash I had, I'm going to have to take a wild guess at how many shims to move. But what can you do? Okay, I'm ready to start putting the differential back together again. Hopefully this time I've gotten rid of some of the backlash. What I have done is the first time around when I took it apart, I had 10 thou plus, I should say on this side, I had 10 thou plus 6 thou. So I had 16 thou on that side and 6 thou on the back side. Now what I did is I took 6 thou from that side and moved it to that side. So then I had 10 thou on that side and 12 on this side. That didn't move it over enough. I still had too much backlash. So now what I've done is I've basically switched to 10 and a 6. I did destroy a couple of shims the last time I took it apart. So that's what I've been waiting on. I had to order in some new shims. And I still don't know for sure that I've got it right. I hope I don't have to take it apart again and possibly destroy some more shims. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to see what kind of backlash I've got, and I'm going to recheck the contact pattern on the gears. So I'll get right to it. Now it looks like I've got a pretty good patch area. It does seem to have moved towards the inside, but it seems to be contacting almost the whole the whole tooth. So it's certainly feeling a lot better than it was before. See, this looks much the same. So I think I'm happy with that. And I think my backlash isn't that great. I probably could have transferred another tooth thou or so and might have got in a little bit closer, but you know what? I'm going to call this good. Okay, now it needs the new oil seal. Okay, I am going to sandblast and paint this flange. Putting the differential back together and just torque down the bearing caps. But I was going to drill a piece of flat bar to keep the thing from rotating because it's kind of awkward to hold on to and torque. And came across my one of my clamps, and I thought, well, hey, that's already got a hole in the end. So I just poked a bolt through and put a vice grip on to hold things in place. And it was still kind of awkward to hold. So I clamped the other end of my rolling cart there. And perfect. Got her all torqued down. If it works, is it really a dumb idea? Well, I've been working my tail off this week, and a lot of sandblasting. I've got the differential back together, and I sandblasted it, prepped it, and painted it, and it's ready to start going back together. Well, back on the chassis. A bunch more sandblasting, prepping, and painting. And there's the leaf springs over there, and the bump stops. They're all blasted and painted. I've actually got to go by today and pick up the last two wheels. So just getting the rubber mounted on them, so I'll have enough to put on the vehicle and a spare. There's some more bits and pieces all painted and ready to go back on. So big day today. I finished putting that whole rear end back together, I hope. The only thing I haven't cleaned up and painted is the hubs themselves. I have to think about what I'm going to do there. Anyway, I better get at her. I'll wrap this video up here. As you can see behind me, here under me, I've got a lot more done, and that'll be on the next video. We'll get the back end together, put new seals in the rear hubs. I've got the handbrake hooked up and working. I've got the brakes adjusted, well, brakes installed, and adjusted. Brake lines are done. And so whether that'll all be on one video or a couple of videos, but I mean, come on back, subscribe, and we'll get this chassis done and get it back down on its wheels. Thanks for watching.